sometimes I think I have the same thing you have, that people automatically assume that I'm mean or that I'm a certain type of way, and I'm actually one of the nicest people.
I'm saying she came to me, and this was something she never did, because Remy's not really apologetic.
I don't think she is.
She ain't that type, you know what I'm saying?
Listen up, folks. Papoose is done with Remy Ma's antics. Word around town is that he showed up demanding she sign those divorce papers, but she's not having it. Why? Because if she does, Papoose might just go after her for that alimony check. And let's be real, he's got a strong case for it. After all, he supported her for over 10 years while she was locked up, raised her son, and helped boost her career. Now, after she cheated and moved on, she wants to delay the divorce? Oh, we need to dive into this. Papoose isn't the type to air his business out online, but behind closed doors, he's been pushing for this divorce for a while. He's even begged Remy to let him go, but every time he tries, she pulls out another excuse. Now he's had enough. He showed up demanding answers, asking, "Remy, what's the holdup? You left me for easy-to-block captain, embarrassed me publicly, and now you're trying to keep me legally tied to you." But when he mentioned alimony, her whole attitude changed. She was shook because deep down, she knows that if they finalize the divorce, Papoose might come after her for all those years of loyalty. We all saw Remy out there with easy-to-block captain, acting like a schoolgirl in love. She even rapped about him in a battle, pretty much admitting she was in love with someone new while still married to Papoose. The disrespect was loud. She even mocked him with, "Hey yo, Remy, don't you love me?" But here's the twist. Easy already moved on. Yep, Mr. Block Captain left Remy behind for 2 younger women, and now Remy's trying to act like she has unfinished business with Papoose. She had no problem disrespecting him before, but now that her own situation is falling apart, she wants to delay his happiness. It doesn't add up. Meanwhile, Papoose has already moved on to a real one, Clarissa Shields, an undefeated boxing champ and millionaire in her own right. She's not just some Instagram model. She's a top-tier, accomplished woman living her best life.
Yeah, I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There we go. We deserve each other.
Clarissa has been there for Papoose from the jump, supporting him on social media, shouting him out on his birthday, and even serenading him. She's been ready to take their relationship to the next level, and Papoose was all in, planning a romantic proposal for her. He had even arranged a trip to Hawaii for Valentine's Day, where he was supposed to pop the question. But as fate would have it, Remy Ma ruined those plans by refusing to sign the divorce papers. Now, Clarissa is furious. She can't understand why another woman is still influencing her relationship with Papoose. He's ready to move on, but Remy keeps playing these games, holding on to him just because things didn't work out with easy-to-block captain. Here's where it gets even messier. Word on the street is that Remy isn't stalling the divorce because of love or any emotional attachment. It's all about the money. Papoose wasn't just her husband. He was her manager, her PR team, and her biggest cheerleader all rolled into one. When Remy was locked up for 6 years, Papoose kept her name alive. He raised her son, promoted her music, and kept her mixtapes popping even while she was behind bars. Now, Remy is sitting on a net worth of around $4 million thanks to her clothing line, TV appearances, and album royalties. She's made a nice chunk of change, but Papoose's net worth is a lot lower. He sacrificed his career, his time, and his energy to make sure hers thrived. And let's be real, in long-term marriages, especially when there's a significant financial imbalance, everything is taken into account. The length of the marriage, who supported whom, and what sacrifices were made. 11 years is a long time, and Papoose was essentially the backbone of Remy's success. If Papoose takes this to court, there's a good chance he could walk away with a significant chunk of her fortune, potentially half. Remy knows this, which is why she's been dragging her feet and refusing to sign the divorce papers. But instead of handling things maturely, Remy started playing petty games. She leaked private texts between Papoose and Clarissa, accused Papoose of threatening to call the cops on her, and even took shots at Clarissa's appearance. Girl, it's getting childish at this point. Clarissa's had enough, though. She's not here to play these games. Sis is a professional boxer, so if Remy keeps it up, she might catch these hands both inside the ring and out. Now let's flip the script for a moment. What if Papoose isn't as moved on as he seems? What if this whole situation with Clarissa isn't really about finding love, but more about getting back at Remy for everything she put him through? The truth is, Papoose never actually wanted to leave Remy. He was completely devoted to her for over a decade. He stuck by her through thick and thin, even when she was behind bars. He rebuilt her career, raised her son, and tried to make their marriage a fairy tale. When the cheating rumors first came to light, he didn't leave. But as Remy got bolder and more public about her relationship with easy-to-block Captain, that's when Papoose finally dipped. Let's be honest, he didn't want to leave. He was pushed out. And now he's with Clarissa Shields, a woman who seems to be fully invested in him. But is he all in for her? Here's the thing. Clarissa brings that tough tomboy energy, and Papoose seems to be someone who likes his women to be a mix of tough yet feminine. Remy had that balance. She could be street and still maintain her femininity. Clarissa, on the other hand, seems to be trying really hard to fit that feminine mold for him. But does it actually match his tastes? We've seen how he's acted around Clarissa, and sometimes it feels like there's a disconnect. While Clarissa posts long, heartfelt messages about their relationship, Papoose doesn't always seem to reciprocate in the same way. This makes us wonder, is Papoose really in love with Clarissa? Or is she just the rebound after all the pain Remy caused him? Could it be that deep down he's just trying to show Remy that he's moved on while still carrying that chip on his shoulder? After all, there's no denying the emotional roller coaster Papoose has been on with Remy for all these years. It's hard to forget the public humiliation he faced when she was so open about her new relationship with Easy. Now he's with someone who seems to support him, but is he ready to settle down with her, or is this all about proving a point? Papoose's situation with Clarissa also makes us question how much he's really changed. Maybe he's not just looking for a woman to love him, but someone who can help him heal from the wounds left by his ex-wife. With Remy's new relationship, with easy-to-block Captain, Papoose is clearly trying to regain some sense of control over his own life. But it's not just about a new woman in his life. It's about reclaiming his power and dignity after years of playing the supporting role in Remy's rise to fame. The truth is, this whole situation is a tangled mess of emotions, finances, and personal vendettas. While Remy is playing her games with the divorce, Papoose is caught in a whirlwind of trying to move on while still holding on to the past. Clarissa, on the other hand, is trying to build a future with him. But whether or not Papoose is truly ready for that is still up in the air. What's clear is that this isn't just about love. It's about who holds the power, who gets to move on, and who gets to walk away with the prize. Clarissa has been all in for Papoose, showing him off like a prized possession. She's clearly proud to have him, and it seems like she's fully invested in the relationship. But Papoose, on the other hand, is just there. He's present, but he's not matching her energy. It almost feels like he's doing it just to get under Remy's skin. Let's be honest, Papoose has never been the type to cause drama. He's always been quiet, private, and focused on loyalty and love, especially in his marriage with Remy. But now suddenly, he's all over the place with a new woman, making sure everyone sees it and even taking subtle digs at Remy. That's not a man in love. It sounds like a man who's dealing with some serious emotions and trying to get back at someone who hurt him. And let's be real, men don't usually move on that fast when they've been truly in love. Sure, they might rebound and entertain someone new, but to completely get over a deep relationship that quickly? That's rare. So the big question is, what's going to happen when Clarissa realizes this? She's all in, putting her heart on the line, but what if Papoose is just using her to make Remy jealous? What if one day, Papoose wakes up and realizes he actually still wants his wife back? The heartbreak would be real for Clarissa, and she could be in for a rude awakening. It's not just me thinking this either. Fans have noticed it too. One comment I saw summed it up perfectly. I think Clarissa is going to end up heartbroken by Papoose. She seems to be going all in for him, but he always seems to be in the background, like he's not on the same level as her. She's tomboyish and awkward, trying so hard to be ultra feminine for him. He seems like the type of guy who likes his women to be a mix of tough and feminine. I think he's just enjoying the drama, sticking it to Remy for hurting and embarrassing him. He didn't want to leave her before, but now he's in his feelings and just trying to get back at her. I don't think he's really moved on. He's just on some revenge stuff. This comment perfectly captures what many people are feeling. Papoose's behavior doesn't seem like he's moved on. It feels more like he's trying to get back at Remy for everything she did to him. He might be enjoying the attention from Clarissa, but does he really see her the same way she sees him? That's the concern. And as much as we might want to see Clarissa happy and find love, the reality is Papoose is still legally married to Remy. There's a lot of unfinished business there, and Clarissa is stepping into this situation without fully understanding what she's getting herself into. Remember, Remy even said in a song that Papoose cheated on her, but a lot of people let that slip under the radar. While Papoose is involved with Clarissa, he's still talking to other women. This could be a red flag for Clarissa, who might not see it yet. I really hope she doesn't end up hurt, because at the end of the day, Papoose seems more focused on his financial game than on love. He might never love anyone the way he loved Remy. That's a hard truth, but it's the reality of the situation. So where do we stand? Who are you siding with? Are you rooting for Papoose for finally standing up for himself after everything Remy put him through? Or do you support Clarissa for sticking by Papoose even through the mess? Or maybe you're on Remy's side, thinking she's right to hold on to a man who's still legally hers, even if she's not interested anymore? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it. It's clear that there's a lot of complexity here, and the emotions are running high. Papoose might be acting out of hurt, but Clarissa's in the middle of all this, not fully realizing what she might be signing up for. Remy, meanwhile, might be holding on out of pride, money, or a lingering attachment. Regardless, this situation is going to get more complicated as time goes on, and everyone involved could end up facing some tough choices.